Hey everyone, Adrienne here, Indiana Backyard Gardener. I am doing some jugs for some more planting. This week is a week that we can be planting under a single layer of protection all of our squash and our melons and our pumpkins. So I'm going to get some jugs situated so that I can start those and put them outside. Because if you know me, then you know that I don't do well with planting inside under grow lights. I just don't. All right, so I've got my soldering iron. I had to get a new one because I don't know what happened to my last one. So I'm just gonna take it and I'm gonna make holes in the bottom. You see how easy that is? This is why I love this tool. It's so easy to do. You want to do this outside because the plastic can get a little stinky. You want to make sure that you have lots of good ventilation when you are doing this. So yeah. All right, so that is, give those two another tap. That is my bottom. Okay, and I'm gonna go ahead and do a few more before I start to cut the tops off. I think I'm just gonna do 5 on the rest of them. Yeah, I don't think I need to do that many. I like those jugs. I get them from work, and I like them a little bit better because they're thicker. These are thicker. Watch out, Zeke. These are thicker than the milk jugs. So, in my opinion, they will provide just a little bit more protection than a regular milk jug. See how easy that is? It's so easy with this little tool. If you guys want to get one, I'll leave a link in the description if you want to pick one up. But yeah, doing these jugs is not just for the winter. You can do this for the spring. You can do it for any plants that need protection for a little while longer. We have not quite reached our last frost date, our predicted last frost date, I should say. So we're not in the clear just yet. All right, so that is 2, 4, 6, 7 jugs that I got here. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start my point where I'm going to start cutting. All right, so I just made like a little hole right there. And I'm going to take my scissors and I'm just going to cut all the way around, making sure that I don't cut the handle. I'm going to cut it all the way because I'm just going to tuck it in. So here we go. This is my 2 pieces here. This piece has the holes in the bottom. This jug, you don't want to have any top on there. So after I fill this, I'm just going to take this and I'm just going to tuck it in this There's some jagged edges there. But I'm just going to tuck it like this, okay? I'm not going to tape it. I'm not going to do any of that other stuff. I'm just going to tuck it in, and it should be plenty of space between here and here for my seedlings to grow. And before you know it, it'll be time for them to come out. So I'm going to get the rest of these jugs prepared like this, and then I'm going to get some melons planted and some pumpkin and some squash. All right, so now that my jugs are done, I'm going to hydrate this peat moss. This is just water from the rain barrel. I had some gloves out here, but you know how I am. I don't even use gloves most of the time, so I'm going to make sure that I get this nice and hydrated. This is just regular peat, and I'm going to use this along with some potting soil. Alright, so now that I got my jugs all done and holes in the bottom, cut in half, all that good stuff, I am hydrating some peat moss so that I can mix this with some potting soil and get my seeds started. These seeds are going to sit outside, so it doesn't matter if the materials are organic or sterile or what have you. If I was putting this inside, I probably would just use the peat and not the potting soil. But because it's going to be outside, it doesn't matter. So this is looks good here. So I'm going to add the potting soil. Get it nice and incorporated. Sorry, I'm shaking the table. There's some debris in there, but that's fine. I'm just repurposing the potting soil from last year. All right, now I'm going to get my jug. And I'm going to fill it. Normally I would put a coffee ground in the bottom, but these holes are really small, so I'm not going to worry about that. And I'm just going to put in, you know, maybe 2 inches, about 2 inches of soil in there. So probably right up to the bottom of this label here. All right, so we're going to do all of these. Like I said, it will only be a matter of time before we'll be taking these off, so I don't need them to live in here forever, so I don't need a 12-inch pot full of soil to start these seeds. So we're going to go ahead and get all of these done. All right, last one. All right. So we did end up with 8 containers. All right, before I get my seeds in, I want to make sure that my hands are clean so that I can do my labels. So I did have to go in and wash my hands, and that way I can go ahead and label these. So just going to use some masking tape and a Sharpie, nothing fancy. All right, so we're going to do the cantaloupe from Miss Shirley. So I'm going to write OG. OG cantaloupe. Today is the 19th. All right. All right, next is going to be these baby watermelon, and those are also from Miss Shirley. Tigger melon. There we go. Tigger melon. Kajari melon. Strawberry watermelon. Small sugar pumpkin. Loofah. All right, we're going to do some Minnesota midget. And blacktail watermelon. All right, so I've got quite a few here, and I'm going to start labeling my jugs, and then we'll get seeds planted. All right, so let's start with this one here. And these are going to be protected. I am going to put these inside of another layer of protection. Sorry, my husband's starting to cut the grass now. So these are going to be also under another layer of protection. So this is the OG cantaloupe. I'm just going to put that on there. Okay. And I'm just going to continue to label them all. All right, this is my last jug that I have prepared. So I am 1 jug short here for so far. That's not even, I'm more than 1 jug short because that's just what I have out now. But I also have some squash that I'm going to be planting. So I'm just going to continue to get some more labels together, and then I'll do some more jugs. All right, so we also have spaghetti squash. I got the Cocozelle. I think that might be it. Oh, here's a sugar baby that I'll do as well. All right, so I need to get 1, 2, 3, 4 more jugs prepared. So I'm gonna get these prepared same way, holes in the bottom, cut the top off, and then we'll get started. So the bottoms of these are even like the surface area is bigger in the bottom of these. And that's another reason why I like those other ones better, because I don't have to use as much soil or growing medium. good. I'm just going to do it, you know, just a couple of inches thick. I mean, just a couple of inches deep, like maybe up to the label or whatever. All right. So I'm going to get the rest of these done. We're going to get started with our seeds. This one is the Sugar Baby Watermelon. All right, so we're going to get 4 seeds in each container. So 4 of each, and we should be able to germinate at least 1. More than 1 is great, but as long as we can germinate 1 or 2, that would be better, because if we lose one somewhere along the way, then we'll at least have another one. So I'm going to do 4 seeds in here, basically just 1 in each corner, you know, space them out. That way if they germinate, you don't have to bother the roots too much. Alright, so probably can't see it, but yeah, you can see them. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and just lightly cover each one. Alright, and I'm going to just gently press down in each corner. Alright, so that is the Sugar Baby. And where's my Sugar Baby top? Right here. Like I said, I'm just going to tuck it in, and then I'll show you what else I'm going to do as far as protection is concerned. So that is my Sugar Baby Watermelon planted, and I'm going to do the rest of these seeds. You guys, it's not a big thing. I'm just going to do them exactly the same. I'm going to put 4 in each container, and then I'm going to gently cover it, and then I'm going to press it down just so that it has enough contact with the soil, and then I'll show you guys what's next. Alright guys, so I'm outside now. I managed to finish my jugs, and I want to show you the extra layer of protection that I'm going to provide for the melons and the squash. So this is my popover greenhouse that I have been using to keep this straw dry. So I took half of this bale out, and I just kind of insulated the bottom there all the way around the jugs, and I am going to keep this closed, zip it up, and I'm not going to mess with it unless I have to. They are nice and moist, and they should be fine. There is the jug as one layer of protection. I've got the insulated with the straw, and then I've got this popover greenhouse. So that should be good enough as far as protection is concerned, and these seeds should be just fine. So that's it guys, that's all for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Give it a thumbs up, share it out, all that good stuff. And until next time, the more you know, the more you grow. Bye guys.